Hi friends, this is Cindy Beach. So glad you've come by today to see my pocket card. I'm excited about this. It uses an 11 by 11 sheet of designer series paper, the Stampin Up Envelop Punch Board. I've used the sketched birthday stamp set, and I'm excited to show you how easy this is to put together today. As I said, I've begun with the 11 by 11 sheet of designer series paper, and you're going to need your punch board. I'm using the size envelope that is the 5.5 by 8.5. It requires a paper size of 11 by 11 inches, and the score line measurement is 4.5 inches. So that's where I'm going to begin. I'm using my bone folder today because I'm with designer series paper wanting just a little lighter touch. I'm going to go up here and meet it at the guideline and score all the way to the end of the board. You'll notice that I haven't scored all the way to the end of the paper. I'm going to go ahead and for each of those long sides I'm going to fold them both ways. That has two things. It makes the line crisp all the way around, and then when I also turn my paper 90 degrees, it really helps me with that guide to line up the diagonal here with this guide. So again, I'm going to punch and score, turn the paper again, and punch and score. Again, I'm on the long side. I'm going to go ahead and make that fold a little crisper, get it all the way to the end. Okay, and with one more turn, I'll line that up, and I will again punch, punch, and score. Now, I have to say that so far what we have is just the way you would do a large envelope. But the key now is that you're going to be able to fold this and cut it, and so you'll have two cards out of it, two envelopes that will hold your card. So what you want to do is you want to hold your paper so the long side is at the top, and you'll see the long side going across here and across the bottom. And your fold, however, is going to be in half of that long side vertically. So these are the sides I want to line up, the top and bottom long side. I'm going to match the corners opposite those sides, and then my cut. So I'm matching these corners on the small side. I'm trying to show you this way first. I keep forgetting and turning it over. And then your big fold is going to be down this diagonal side. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to fold it this way, meet the sides up, and I'm going to be scoring it then, folding it, excuse me, along that line. There's no score. But I met up my corners. Now you might find that these aren't going to match up exactly. As long as your corners are fine, you're good to go. The next step is to cut this into two pieces. So I'm going to just go ahead. This is too big to fit in my paper cutter. It's 16 inches long. If you have one that long, I'd love to know about it. But I'm going to go cut that folded edge all the way across, and no worries about it being straight because I'm going to take it and straighten it up in just a minute anyway. So here we go, and now you can see how we have got two parts of the paper that look like this. So I'm going to put the part I don't want on the inside, which is the print, and I'm going to fold down the part I do want on the outside, which are the polka dots. You'll see that if I fold in each side, it gives a very flush edge at the top, and the bottom is where we'll seal it to make the envelope. So the next step would be, and I've already done it on this one, to fold this bottom edge and just use it across your, cut the bottom so that it gets all the rough edges off. And then all you need to do is use your tape runner and adhere. First fold the top down, and then use your tape runner fold one side in. This is the side that has just a little bit of adhesive on it in the center. And then the next side over. And you're going to match them up as you fold them. And there you have your pocket. Your card will easily fit inside there. And I have another one here finished for you. Now you might wonder how I got those darling little rounded edges on my pocket. I bet you've guessed by now, but it was as simple as putting them in the corner punch, the corner rounder. Well, I'm not looking at what I'm doing very carefully. So let's try it again. There we go. And then you get that lovely rounded edge. Okay, so that is how to make the simple, basic pocket card. Now just real quickly, how I decorated mine is when you cut your designer series paper down, you end up with a lovely 11" by 1" strip. I've adhered that together for the belly band and made a cute little bow I've attached with glue dots onto the belly band. Okay, and then for my embellishment, I stamped the happy birthday and the happy birthday cupcake from the sketched birthday, and stamped those with raspberry ripple ink. And then I cut them out. I cut out the large circle of designer series paper with the 2 3/8 scallop punch. And then I have cut out the happy birthday cupcake with the 1 3/4" scallop circle punch. And then I've got a 1" circle of just very vanilla, and I've layered them with dimensionals together. Now the reason I love that so much is because when you place this on your card, you can place the designer series paper all the way onto the card itself. But the other layers you've adhered will allow that to slip right underneath there because of the foam squares, because of the Stampin' Dimensionals. And then the last step was to add a 4, and it was die cut with the Typeset Alpha Bigs die using Bermuda Bay cardstock. And there I have my belly band, which doesn't fit. Exactly. Okay. There I have my belly band. It did fit on the other cards. And then I'm going to add the bow. And you have a cute, simple card. How easy and fun was that to make? I have another sample to show you. Here's one that I made using the Soho Subway designer series paper and the Floral Collection framelits dies. So I hope you've enjoyed this demonstration. I think this is the first time I've seen this done with this envelope punch die, and I was really excited to share it with you. This is Cindy Beach at Stamps, Paper and Ink. Thanks so much for coming by today.